Okay, so I figured I could do a season tier list of My Little Pony. So let's go. By the way, I'll rate the first one as the first one and the last one as the last one, right? I feel like it's kind of fair to place it there, because I mean, I think that's where like the most like classic like episodes were. It's just like kind of them having fun, and they are not at this like high level of being that or that, right? They're just kind of, and they don't have responsibilities, right? Like honestly, I think this one is definitely S tier. Oh, this one I think is also S tier. Honestly, I think the very early episodes are probably my favorite, right? Because of the reason I've said already, and I like the progression, right? Because that's like my favorite part about it, right? So I guess it only makes sense that the early episodes I like so much, the early seasons. Oh, this one is still like all of them are good in my opinion, but this one is like B tier, I guess. I guess it's not like it's still kind of classy, right? But it's I guess the first one and the second one, I feel like the things they brought were much better. So I think it's like this, honestly. But I think all of the seasons are good. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean. This one's like I guess C tier, honestly. Not quite sure where to put it, so I guess I'll do C tier, right? And don't get me wrong, all of them are good, but yeah, I guess this one is like, not quite sure what it brought, and even if it did brought something, not quite sure if I liked it. I did like it, but not as much as the other ones, right? So yeah. Okay, this season is crazy. Season 5. That's definitely S tier. It is my favorite episode, and I gotta say it's a really good season. So yeah. Okay, this one is like I guess A. Honestly, I think it's really good. I think it's a really good season. So I think it deserves A. And there isn't really much else to say about it. So yeah, just a really good season. Yeah, this one as well. This one is just really good, like the last one, and there isn't really much else to say about it. Like honestly, like it's just a really good season. Yeah, some things I like less about it. Some things are honestly, there isn't much else to say about it. It's just really good. So yeah, this one, this one is probably my least favorite. I don't know. It felt like the series has like a progression, right? So they're like progressing, right? But this one was such a like, it's changed it so like the progression changed it like so much, like it's crazy. And another thing, right? Another thing, like there's so many things that happened at once, like it's just crazy, right? It just completely changed the series and everything, right? Which is kind of the point of this series, right? But it was real crazy that it happened all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like so many things happened all of a sudden. It was just like, what? Like in that season alone, there were more things that happened than in all of the other seasons, you know what I mean? And I think that's really crazy. And so is this one. And honestly, this one I really did not understand, bro. Like I don't know, not quite sure. These two, like the progress in each like season made sense, right? Even though there were like some like huge changes, right? Out of nowhere at the end of the season or at the start, right? Whatever. You were thinking like, okay, right, okay. But these two seasons, both of these seasons, literally each made more progress than all the other ones combined, bro. Like, what is this? You know what I mean? And it feels like everything and felt like everything that happened in the previous seasons was irrelevant. And it feels like all of them have completely changed. Like, I was just so confused, you know what I mean? But yeah, all of the seasons are really good. And yeah, this is my tier list. These are my favorites, obviously. All of these are like, these are really good, right? These are still very decent, but these are my least favorite, honestly. Just because they're not relevant to the other seasons at all. So many things happened in just 2 seasons. Like it's crazy, bro. And in the last season, it just feels like they've just changed completely. Like they're different ponies, right? Different personality. However, I think that was the point of the writing. It was like the progression to see them at the top, right? And that's just kind of how the story works. But that was like the biggest outdone I've ever seen, like honestly. It was like such a sudden change, and everyone was so different. Even with a series with a crazy progression, that was just way too crazy. But once again, all the seasons are really good. Some more, some less, but they're all very enjoyable. So this was my tier list.